Good afternoon, YTPC. Easy embers here on the porch, and a beautiful evening that it is. Wow. This is good. I've just come back from the Ohio Pipe Show. Really thankful I got to go and do that. This is my second year I've gone. Loved it. Have every time. And so this video may go a little bit longer just because I'm wanting to talk about that a little bit. Share with you some of the finds. But I'm really kind of struck right now by this tobacco sample that I'm trying. From Bad Cat Tobacco. Look at that logo. That's some serious attitude right there. This is really good. Smoking it in my Kentucky pipe. My little, it's kind of a Japanese kisaroo design here. It's HS Studio. And what I'm smoking is a sample that I got from Lazarus Estates, Mr. Jim Anderson. I enjoyed talking with Jim, and he shared with me Lazarus Cake. Flake of it. I'm going to show you what this looks like. It's good. Yeah. The longer I'm puffing on it, the more I like it. It's really good, even from the first hit. We'll talk a little bit about it. I guess this is going to be kind of a mini review in a way here. But Bad Cat Tobaccos, from what Jim told me, is a fella who's working on, creating custom tobacco blends. I know the light out here is probably not super conducive to this, but and it's not going to focus, probably. I don't know. But anyways, beautiful flake here. Look at how uniform that is. I mean, that's really well done by my books. Sturdy, yet it still crumbled quite easily. The preeminent thing in this is the Kentucky. You can smell the light barbecue and just smoked meat with just a hint every little once in a while of a stone fruit, but a light stone fruit. It's almost a wine. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, not full-on brisket, but just lightly smoked meat with a little bit of wine in there. It's good. As far as the flavors go, it's excellent as well. You definitely get the Dark Fire Kentucky to give it some body, but there's enough Virginias in it to keep it, sweet. And I don't know, it's quite good. My thumbs up to old Bad Cat there on this. And a big thank you to Lazarus Estates. I've bought several different pipes off of Jim, and I always love his work. And relighting this, I'm going to be using a lighter that I picked up at the show. Look at that. Beautiful little briar work in that. It's got like rustication on the bottom and the top. The fellow that I got this from, I'm probably going to mispronounce the name, but I'll show it up here for you. Jinsky? Yeah, I'll hold it up there for you and check it out. He had pipes there with him too, and they were beautiful, but it also kind of caught my eye. Some of y'all may do scans or something like that, I don't know. But it really caught my eye. He had 3 lighters like this, and he said, well, if you want that, do you have any lighter fuel? And I said, no, I don't have any with me. And he said, don't worry, I got some. I'll fill it up for you, buddy. You don't have to worry about that. So, it's cool. Works very well. So that was 2 acquisitions from the show. Love that. There were some others. Whenever I go to Muletown, I really like picking out some pipes. In Muletown, it tends to be more pipe oriented. Whenever I go to Ohio, it's usually tobacco oriented for me. This is good. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate the sample. I'll try not to smoke it all. I'll try to pass it around with some of the other guys. But then again, you snooze, you lose. And this is good. It reminds me a lot. It reminds me a lot of Three Nuns. An aged, aged Three Nuns. I just finished off a 10 of Three Nuns a while back, pretty recently, that had, I think, 5 years, maybe 7, I don't know, something like that, years of age on it. And this is reminiscent of that to me. It's quite good. I like it. Anyways, let's talk about some other things. I was specifically hoping beyond hope that there was one particular tobacco that I could get my hands on, because it's no longer in production. And I talked about it in one of my last videos. It is the Sutliff Crumble Cake Bourbon Barrel Aged. And I bought the number 4, and I had a sample of the number 5, and I was able to find 4 and 5. I had that. But you know, if there's 4 and 5, that means that there's also 1, 2, and 3. And whew, lucky day. Lucky day. Went there to the show, found a vendor, had 1, 2, and you know that I was able to complete the set with 3. I'm super excited. That's what I was looking for. You know, that was the big thing. You know, I wanted to get the complete set because I loved 4 and 5 so much. And it was just great. It's just awesome. So I can't imagine the other ones not being that way, because the barrel aging process that they do there is just really, really nice. And it's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back, you know? Man, there was so many wonderful tobaccos there. And so many just good people to walk around and talk with. It was fun. It was truly just a lot of fun. And I did go for at least one more tobacco acquisition. I had my eye on this tobacco for a long time. And in fact, it's one of the several that is on my email alerts for smoking pipes. And they just never seem to restock. Can't get it, you know. But I'll walk in. First thing, as soon as I walk in, the table I'm staring at, right in front of me, Rainier Gold. I really like the tin art. Blended of Virginia, from the U.S. of A., Southeast Africa, and a little white burley, the touch of Perique. Long flakes, sliced and rolled. I've heard from some other people that I need to take this out of the can and go ahead and get it jarred up. So I will be doing that soon. But yeah, that's a little bit of the tobacco acquisitions I was looking for specifically. I was hoping to find that against all hope. And sure enough, and for anyone who's curious, if they're like on the fence about going to some of these shows, if you would like for me to continue getting all the tobacco that I'm looking for finding, please stay away. Do not fight me for finding the blends that I have been hunting for. No, I hope you can tell I'm joking. No, you need to come. Just stay in the smoking tent and don't go into the show until after I've cleaned everybody out. No, it's just a great time. It really is, and there's so many cool things available. That's some tobacco that I got, but I also picked up 2 pipes. This stuff is good. It's really good. I'm going to have to hit him up with some stuff. All right, so the first one I saw this, my first pass, I walked through And I saw this and I said, okay, well, if it's still there after my second pass, I'm going to get it. I don't need it, but I like how it looks, and I've got something in mind special for this. And sure enough, it was there. Second pass through. I have two Cavaliers now. I do not need a third. This one specifically is going to go as a surprise gift to my brother. It's a really nice one. I did a little clean up, a little shine up on him, and probably still need to do some stem work. He still looks kind of, yeah, still got some oxidation on there. But this specific Cavalier is going to go to my brother. He recently watched Nosferatu. I don't know if any of you all have watched the more recent Nosferatu vampire movie, but Willem Dafoe is kind of he's Dr. Van Helsing, and he's the vampire slayer, or at least the knowledgeable guy about it. And in one of the scenes, whenever they first meet him, and a couple of scenes later in the movie, he is smoking a Cavalier that looks rather similar to this. And my brother really likes Willem Dafoe, and he enjoyed that movie pretty good. So I thought it would be a nice little gift to him to be able to just surprise him, because he's not really a pipe smoker, but he does occasionally sample from time to time. Anytime me and him are going out on a hike or camping out, or doing a guy's trip, he's always like, well, don't forget to bring your pipe with you, He never asks for me to bring stuff for him, but I always do. It's always better whenever you got somebody else. So I thought, you know what, he needs a Willem Dafoe pipe. He just needs this. He doesn't know he needs it, but he needs it. So, yeah. Saw that this was in one of the estate bins, $10. $10. Perfectly good pipe. It's great. It's awesome. Couldn't pass it up. Man, this stuff is good. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's good stuff. Go check this guy out. This is pretty good. All right. The last pipe that I got, actually, part of it is not with us right now. I got this from the Pipery. The Pipery. He was set up right next to Lazarus Estate Pipes, and I did not have a lumberman in my collection. But I've been doing some cleanup on him, cleaning him out. He's looking really good, but the stem right now is soaking, and we're going to give some, do some treatment with it. But I think that's going to end up being a really nice high citrusy Virginia smoker. At least that's my plan anyways. I don't know if you can see, because the light in here is terrible and the graininess of the phone, but the wood grain on this stem is delightful. I mean, it really is. It's just beautiful. The whole thing's very smooth, and I know the light's not doing it justice at all, but you'll be seeing me smoking this in days to come later on. Mark my words. Well, unfortunately, I did not get to spend 2 days at the show. I wanted to. I did get to last year, and it was so much fun. But family meetup, family reunion. So in Friday, how everything kind of went, I flew in there at like, gosh, I think I got there at like 2 o'clock, maybe 1:32. Got a nice, creamy, sugary coffee from Starbucks, and sat down at the smoking tent, got to talk with some people, got to meet some people. And then the show opened up around 6 after watching the slow smoking contest. That was impressive. It showed me that I have no skill in keeping a pipe lit at all. They went for over, I think it was like an hour and 15 minutes before a winner was announced. It may have been an hour and 30 minutes. I don't know. They started at 4 o'clock, like the whole proceedings, and there's a time thing with it, but they named the winner with like 20 minutes to spare or something like that, or 30 minutes to spare before the show began. It's crazy. Very impressive. Very impressive. But show was awesome. Tons of people loved seeing that. Um, Snacks outside is awesome. There are some things that the Ohio Pipe Show does, specifically on the second day, that if you can go both days, you should. For example, they usually have their own custom blend that will go up for sale the second day, not the first, but the second day. And you can sign up for dues and, in the magazine and all that. They also have on your second day, they may let you sign up for it on the first day, but I think it's the second day, raffle tickets. It's $1 per ticket. And they have amazing prizes and gifts. So I didn't get to do either of those things. Also, some of the vendors will bring out different stuff on day 2. I like going both days whenever I can, but I was able to go just Friday, and it was awesome. Spent some time in the smoking tent with some Smoking Pipes representatives. Talked with some of those guys. Met up with some of my pals, my good acquaintances, from I think it's Flint, Michigan. I think it's Flint, Michigan Pipe Club, but definitely Michigan Pipe Club down there. Sorry if I'm misnaming it, but I don't get to see them otherwise. I only get to see them whenever I'm at the Ohio Pipe Show. And so it was good to meet up with them. Got my first taste of some very well-aged Orlick, golden sliced. I've never tasted Orlick up to that point. I know that's kind of like one of those sins, you've waited so long. That's like one of your first ones. You start with that, but yeah. I have a 10. I'm letting it age, and now that I've tasted, I think it was 7-year aged Orlick, that 10's going to sit in my cellar for a good long while because it was good. It was really, really good. Yeah. So just fantastic. I did want to say that I really appreciated getting to meet at the smoking tent St. David Pipes. What an amazing gentleman. He's so nice. I kind of wish that I didn't have to leave so soon so that I could have met with him and talked with him more, but he kind of introduced himself, and I appreciate he was able to recognize the old floppy hat, and he came up and was introduced himself, explained where his name came from, a very touching story with his father, and great to meet you, guy. Great to meet you. So hoping this is not the last time I get to talk with you, and I'm sorry that I had to run out so quick. As soon as the show was over, it closed down at 9. No, yes, 9. I went outside to the smoking tent at 8:30, had some Orlick with people from Ohio, and then had to leave there at 9 and to get back home by 1 a.m. So, yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of time to enjoy the evening, sadly, but St. David Pipe, and then I think there was another fella that talked to me on the show floor, and he said that he hadn't done a whole lot with his videos yet, and I said, well, how can I keep up with you? And he said, well, I look for my profile picture. It has some, I think he said his wife in there. Sorry if I'm wrong on this, but I think that was Big Mike's Pipes, but if I've got that wrong, I apologize. But good to meet you. Really good to meet you. Kind words, encouraging, and I appreciate you watching the content and everything. And I hope it's not, here we are at nearly the 20-minute mark. I hope it's not terribly boring. And since we are at the 20-minute mark, I don't want to keep you any longer. And I do want to dive into closer exploration of this Bad Cat Lazarus Cake. I'm telling you, there's something to this. This is pretty good. It's better than pretty good. It's good. It's good. Well, hope you all have a wonderful evening. Check out a pipe show. I think the next one coming up is Indiana or perhaps the Richmond one. I've never been to either of those, but maybe I can convince the wife to come with me on the next one. You all have an enjoyable evening. Blessings. By the way, I'm going to tag a couple of pictures here at the end so you can kind of see what it was like out there. So, talk to you next time. maybe, hopefully, at one of the shows.